To educate is to get the youngsters to know themselves. Metaphorically, it is said, education is not filling an empty vessel, but kindling a fire. If we have to get the youngsters to know themselves, their strength and weakness, it can be done only by sensitizing and not by rubbing in. Yes, education is ensured through sensitizing, not rubbing in. This is exemplified in this short video.
Sir, may we come in?
Good afternoon. Please come in, Leena.
So we are ready with the.
So this is the project work that they are going to do. Yes, they have done part, taking part. Leena, can you tell me what is this? Please sit down. Can you tell me what is this work called for?
Sir, actually it is a mathematical interpretation and it is presented in an innovative style. It is a snakes and the ladders game, where we would like to instill some awareness about our subject, that is the mathematics, and we would like to give some information and we would like to trigger their thinking also.
You get them to play and their way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Technically learn mathematics by
yes,
playing.
Play with
The traditional,
yes,
most of the indoor games were mathematics related.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you
sir.
play with the holes with the tissue.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is integrating breaking the difference between play and work.
Yes, sir.
The difference between the two is work is not involvement.
Yes.
When you get them to sit in the classroom and teach them, they are not involved.
Yes, sir.
But when you get them to play a game of cricket and they are ready to get involved,
yes, sir.
and the process you give a sugar coated paper, right?
Correct.
So this is it going to be any competition somewhere or?
Yes, sir. We have a competition for classes 7 to 8. It is divided into different classes. So 7 to 8 is one group where we have taken part, and it is actually preparing a mathematical model involving maximum mathematical concepts of these classes.
Very good. Very good. That means this is organized by Baroda Public School?
Baroda High School, Bagikhana.
Great. Achha, these two students are involved in the project work, which they are going to ultimately present in a competition, inter-school competition. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. Good morning, respected principal sir and all my learning teachers. My name is Vishrucha. I study in class 7th and belong to Kaveri House. Good morning, respected principal sir and all my dear teachers. My name is Kangana Chauhan. I study in class 8A and I belong to Kaveri House.
Well, Kangana and Vishnu, you seem to have done a reasonably good work. The thermocol there and the port here, it looks like a snake and ladder game, right?
Yes.
Probably you are going to use the snake and ladder game as an instrument for making some mathematical concepts clear. Am I?
Yes, sir.
Am I right?
Yes.
Achha, how did you get this concept? Who gave you this concept?
Our ma'am.
Lina gave you the idea of getting involved. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. That means what Lina said earlier, she is proving it now. I am getting them snake and ladder. Everybody would like to play.
Yes.
Play it and the process learn games, learn mathematics. Very good. Now tell me, can you explain this whole work which you have done, project work which you have done?
Sir, I would like to tell the objectives of this game.
Okay.
The student will be able to develop the skill of problem solving and then develop logical reasoning, adapt themselves to deal with unforeseen issues, develop skill of concept expansion, understand the correlation between real life and mathematics, understand topography of their city, and grasp the multidisciplinary approach towards learning.
Very good. That's a great part of it. Mathematics in life. Understanding. Ultimately, anything we come to the school to study. What part we come to the school to study? To memorize the questions and answers and we get marks in the examination. What do we expect? You come to the school, what do you expect?
To learn new things.
Huh? To
learn new things.
And new things. What for you learn new things?
In many subjects, like in English.
In every all subjects put together, we learn new things.
Yes.
With these new things, what will you do?
We will use them in our life.
Very good. That's the central part of it. Whether it is mathematics or English or biology or chemistry or geography or music or even art, you ultimately learn something which is going to develop your problem solving ability. Am I right?
Yes.
Can you explain how this game is played?
Yes, sir. This is a 4-player game and it is played just like snake and ladders. If a dice get 4, so the player has to move to 4.
Acha.
And
They move
then
circularly, they move anti-clockwise or clockwise?
no, sir, there is no order like that. Like it is first it is.
Suppose somebody gets, let's say, somebody gets 4.
Yes, sir.
You start from here, right?
Yes, sir.
That means 1, 2, 3, 4. He will come here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Suppose the pip comes here. Then what will happen? What is next?
He will climb the ladder.
Okay.
And so he will reach 37.
37. Okay.
On 37 it is written go green. So this is a map of Vadodara, and we have to search something green. So.
Acha, you got the map of Vadodara here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right. So. And he has to identify something which is green there.
Yes, sir.
If at all, is there anything green in Vadodara?
Yes, sir.
Where is it?
On our map, there is a garden. So he will go to the garden. There is a question. So he will read question.
Achha, suppose he goes to the garden. Let's say, yes, where is the garden?
Sir, it is in the northwest direction.
Very good, right. Now, he reaches the garden. What's the question there?
So the question is, speed of the boat A is x kilometers per hour and the speed of boat B is y kilometers per hour. Relative speed when they both move in opposite direction and the same direction.
Okay.
So the opposite direction will be x plus y, and the same direction will be x minus y.
X plus y opposite direction.
Yes.
And same direction will be x minus y. This is the answer he should give.
Yes.
Now by this process, what you do, you get him to involved in a game of snake and ladder, and in the process you direct him to make a logical reasoning, right?
Yes.
You send him a question and ask him, is there anything green there? And the fellow should be able to identify something green on your other plate. And there, once he reaches, there's a question which faces him, right?
Yes.
This is what you want to do.
Yes, sir.
And these arrangements, these for making all these arrangements, it's all your work, and you got any help from anybody else?
Yes, sir. It's our work, and Lina ma'am helped us.
Lina probably gave you the basic concept.
Yes, sir.
But this physically preparing all these things, who did it?
Sir, we both did it.
You both did. Okay. There are some flags here which you've got here. What are these flags for?
So they are additional information that player, when it lands on that particular number, he opens that flag and gets the additional information.
Okay, let's say if you open this flag.
Yes, sir.
What is the additional information? Kandana, can you read it aloud?
Fingers and toes are also called digits. Perhaps the numeration system originated with 10 digits because humans have 10 fingers.
So 10 becomes the basic tens, and we call it, when we use 10 as a basic unit, we call it the system of mathematics. What do you call it?
Base 10 system. Base 10 system or decimal number?
Decimal number system. And we had a different system. Englishman had a different one.
Yes.
This decimal system is the Frenchman who gave it. And what are the other system that Englishman had?
Base 2. It is also known as binary system and is used in computers and low level programs.
Binary system. And how is the binary system operation
It is
in
made up
computers?
of 0 and 1.
What does the 0 and 1 indicate?
0 means off and 1 means on.
Okay. That brings me to the next question.
Yes.
This computer, you got a computer here, am I right?
Yes, sir.
This computer is also connected to a plug here.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes,
It gets electricity supply.
Yes, sir.
And probably the same plug is connected to the TV also.
Yes, sir.
And probably if I have a table fan, I can connect it to the same plug.
Yes.
Now, I call a table fan an electrical equipment,
Yes,
a
sir.
computer an electronic equipment.
Yes, sir.
What must be the reason?
In electronic equipment we use programming, but in electrical equipment just a circuit.
What is programming then?
Ma'am, sir, we give instructions.
Okay. I'll give you a clue also.
Yes, sir.
When you switch on the fan here, there's a ceiling fan here.
Yes, sir.
The power supply is provided to the fan from the switch,
Yes.
right? The switch has got 2 poles, it gets connection and the power supply goes there. The supply to the fan, electricity supply is constant, right? Perennial,
Yes.
right? Even if it stops for a second, the fan will stop.
Yes, sir.
And now, in the whole in electric motor, there the power constantly goes perennial,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Now, in the computer,
Yes, sir.
or for that purpose in your calculator, whatever it is, and the supply is connected to the equipment, the same electric point, but we call it electronic equipment, we don't call it electrical equipment, right?
Yes.
Is it possible? What is the flow of current inside the computer? Is it perennial? Is it continuously going?
No, sir. There are some equipments which stop the current for some time, for some part of the computer.
It is something called stop and go. Stop
Yes,
and go.
stop.
And that's what you call an IC. What are the integrated circuit. The supply is, you said the binary system uses 0 and dot. 0 refers to the stopping of current and 1 refers to flow of current. And this takes place at a regular greater speed.
Yes, sir.
Achha, mathematicians, you are referred to any other mathematician here?
Yes, sir. Yes. Ramanujam.
Ramanujam is here. What are we doing here, Ramanujam?
So,
Hardy-Ramanujan number can be expressed as the sum of two cubes in two ways. 1729 is equals to 1 cube plus 12 cube is equal to 9 cube plus 10 cube.
Very good. In terms of, you make a cubic equation.
Yes.
By means of which you can fix a rule number.
yes.
Actually, I heard we call it a baker's dozen.
Yes, sir.
I heard that people say a baker's dozen has got 30.
Yes.
Normally dozen we get 12 pieces, 12 bodies. And baker's dozen has got 30. You got any reference to that in your
Yes, sir. Number 12.
number 12? Can you read out, Kangana?
Sorry. 27.
Where is a baker's dozen?
7.
In olden days, bakers often gave an extra item when customers bought 12 for good measure. Hence, baker's dozen term was coined for 13 items.
You know why the bakers used to give 13 loaves?
Sir,
13 slices. A loaf normally, but when the baker sells the loaf, he cuts it into slices.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Normally 12 slices form one loaf.
Yes, sir.
And bakers used to make 13 slices.
Yes, sir.
They used to add one more slice. You know the reason why?
Yes, in the olden time, there was a rigid queen, and she made a rule that if there is also 1 or 2 grams less, then bakers have to go through a punishment. So, on their safety,
To be on the safer
yes,
side.
safer-
Bakers' loaves were expected to be of fixed weight.
yes,
And if a baker's loaf goes less from the fixed weight, even by a gram, the severe punishment waited for him. Severe punishment waited for him. So what the bakers did to be on the safer side, instead of going less, they will give more.
yes,
So 12 loaves, you add one more slice and give it to them. So obviously it will be more than the fixed gram weight. So they will not face the problem of punishment. Okay, great. You seem to have covered the mathematicians also. There was a French mathematician. Have you heard of his name?
yes, sir.
Who?
John Wayne.
And anyone else?
René Descartes.
René Descartes. You got referred to him in your here.
Yes, sir.
Where? You got
16.
read out. What are we written?
He discovered rectangular coordinate system when he watched a fly crawling across the ceiling during his sickness. This was further expanded to include 3 dimensions.
Very good. René Descartes. This Descartes is one who said, wonderful saying. I think Veena may know that.
Yes, sir.
I must have referred to it in our stock meeting also once or twice. Descartes said, I think, therefore I am.
Yes.
If you want to write it, you can write it. I think, therefore I am. What does this mean?
Sir, this means that whatever we think, we become like that. Like, if we think I will get success, then we get success. But overconfidence means I will get success and success and success. It is not like that. We should not get overconfident, or we should not get depressed. Like, I can't.
So you used 3 words. You said depression, confidence, and overconfidence. These are all the outcome of our thought.
Yes, sir.
You feel depressed because of your thought. You feel confident because of your thought. You feel overconfident because of your thought.
Yes.
Now, of this, depression and overconfidence is not desirable, right?
Yes, sir.
Depression and overconfidence is not desirable. Why? Why is it not desirable?
So because depression and overconfidence leads to defeat and overconfidence, like if we feel
Okay. What is your favorite subject?
maths and science.
Mathematics. Very good. Suppose in one test of mathematics, you get, let's say, assume that you get 0.
Yes.
You fail in the mathematics. Now, the moment madam gives you the paper, you look at the paper, you feel terribly bad.
Yes.
You start crying, you start swimming in an ocean of tears, and you think everything is gone, I don't know what I will do, I will fail in the final examination also.
Yes.
If you keep on thinking like that, suppose the next test madam gives you, what will be your performance in the next test?
So the outcome will be the same.
It will be the same. It will be probably you may not do better.
Yes, sir.
Why?
So because we think continuously about that thing only.
And
Then we didn't did well.
and then by the process, what do you do?
So we will not be able to perform.
Yes. You don't prepare yourself well for your thought prevents you from improving yourself. If at all in the test you got 30 mark, fail mark. So you should have seen where you failed. What is responsible for it? And you did not have the time for it. You are constantly worried about your failure. And the result is your next step will also be a failure.
Yes, sir.
Okay, suppose in that test she gets 10 marks, 10 out of 10, 10%. And she raises her collar and then says, I am the greatest in mathematics. I am greater than Ramanujan also. Nobody else can defeat me in mathematics. If that is the feeling that she gets, no one in the class is equal to me. He thinks like that. What will be, suppose next test madam gives another test. What will be her performance like?
She will not be able to score good marks because she would not prepare well for the second exam.
Yes. So that means second test she becomes full of her own thought, her own imagination, her own feeling about her greatness. And the result is she does not make the same effort that she made for getting the first step. And secondly, she underestimates others also.
Yes, sir.
She thinks that she has got all the other students are useless. So the result is she gets failure. That means when you get depressed, or when you get overconfident, your next venture is always a failure. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
And what do we call this? There is something in Indian tradition, there is a philosophy of India where we see Bhagavad Gita. There is something which is said in Bhagavad Gita is more or less what we discussed now. What is that called?
Karma Yoga.
Karma Yoga. Great. That is Karma Yoga. That is, whenever you do your work in the best possible manner and don't be affected by the result. What does the Karma Yoga says? Do whatever you want to do in the best possible manner. But don't be affected by the result. You get success, don't lose your head. If you get failure, you don't lose your heart. Okay, very good, Lena. This idea is wonderful and the concept is good. I think you made the concept. You deserve all appreciation for that. And I would only want, I am not very much worried whether you get a prize or not tomorrow. Is that clear to you?
Yes, sir.
But I do very much concerned whether you made your impact felt. Because somebody else will have to get first, second, and third. It all depends upon the subjective assessment of the judges. But then you must be able to establish the purpose. You read out the objective of the program.
Yes.
How it helps understanding mathematical concept. How it helps reasoning. For example, when we discussed history, we discussed philosophy, we discussed Bhagavad Gita, all on the basis of your the board which you prepared. That means this board which you have prepared gave us an opportunity to stray into all. That's what you said, interdisciplinary approach. You are writing about that also.
Yes, sir.
Interdisciplinary approach. If at all it leads to interdisciplinary approach, it has left. I showed you how it takes to. We went to Bhagavad Gita. We went to Ramanujan. We went to basic aspects about mathematics. So this much impact you must feel. Okay? Great?
Yes, sir.
We like to do that. So what's the dress, Neela?
It is a white t-shirt and blue jeans.
White t-shirt and blue jeans. What's the reporting time?
It's at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. But do you want to call them to the school here?
Yes, sir. We'll come to the school.
Okay. You will hire an auto and a shirt.
And then
Okay. Usual time you come to the school. What time you come to the school?
7:30.
7:30. Okay. 7:30 is all right.
yes, 7
What
I told them.
minute? Any Saturday thing is required, you can do. And all the best. May God bless you. Okay? God bless you. Good. God bless you. I think I will give you good wishes also. Guide teacher, you have done a good job. Okay? God bless.
Thank you, sir.
And how about you are going back home? How do you go?
Yes.
Auto.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Or my uncle.
You will come and pick you up. Very good. And you?
Yes, sir.
Your parents are already there. You told them already that you are coming late because the people they should not give you for it. Okay? God bless. Go.
Thank you.
Good, Lina. Congratulations. You done a good job.
Thank you, sir.